Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me thank you all for taking your time to listen to my presentation. I'm glad for many of you could make it today. Before we begin, let me introduce myself briefly. My name is Hafida Ardavia Salsa. You can call me Aja. I'm a student of Islamic Education Department of In Maulana Malik Ibrahim Malang. As you can see on the screen, our topic today is multicultural education. I will begin by presenting understanding of the multicultural education. Then I will continue by explaining about discourse on multicultural education. Finally, I will explain about implementation of multicultural education. My presenting will take about 15 until 20 minutes. Don't worry about the handout. I will be handing out copies of the PowerPoint slide at the end of my talk. If you have any question, feel free to interrupt me at any time. And for those who another question, there will be time for question after my presentation. Okay, I will start my presentation. For the first, understanding multicultural education. Multicultural education is a process of learning activities that form critical awareness of ethnicity, ethnoculturalism, and ethno-religious in social life in a nation. This multicultural education emphasizes social prejudice, which foster a sense of diversity into a process toward a just and prosperous society. Multicultural education was first established in 1960 in the region America and some Western European countries. Multicultural education is a word that comes from the two words education and multicultural. Education itself is a process of developing one's attitude and personality, or a group of people who are trying to make themselves become adult. Talk an educational learning process. Meanwhile, multiculturalism is taken from the word multi, which means many and various, while for cultural has meaning a culture or tradition. So, multicultural education is a process of learning activities that form critical awareness regarding ethnicity, ethnoculturalism, and ethno-religious in social life in a nation. This education emphasizes which social prejudice, fostering a sense of diversity, becomes a process toward a just and very society prosperous. As like as we know, as many have defined multicultural education include scientific background such as anthropology, sociology, philosophy, and psychology. This multicultural education was born due to appreciation of humans only because of the difference. This multicultural education deeply glorifies humans, really respect difference in race, ethnicity, religion, culture, language, and another. So, therefore, multicultural education is not only carried on just now, but continuously. This multicultural education views humans with the same view, do not discriminate. So every individual is the same, not different with a thing. For the summaries here, multicultural education as long as we know, uh, from for the other and another person have different, every individual is not same, but between them no one, nothing different, although they are different in race, language, such language, relig, relig, language in language or ethnicity and culture and others. So from here we can know if different makes beauty. Multicultural education is needed for students. This multicultural education teach how apply mutual respect and tolerance to other, even though there are different ethnic, religion, cultural, and language. For that, multicultural education must be applied in Indonesia with countries that have cultural diversity. Next, discourse on multicultural education. Multicultural education help put the ideology of the Indonesian nation where the Indonesian nation is. Multiculturalism is used as an option, as a form of resistance to monoculturalism. Multicultural education as a benchmark for someone in responding to various kinds of critical theories with a global perspective. This discourse regarding multicultural education, the meaning everywhere, uh, everywhere we are stay in and maybe in another countries, multicultural education that help us for both ideology of our countries, ideology Indonesia, ideology the Indonesian nation, where are we stay, although in another countries. The discourse regarding multicultural education are: first, multicultural education is believed to be able to help build a nation ideology where our Indonesian nation has a diversity of culture, race, tribes, and religion. And the second, multiculturalism can be used as an option, as a form of resistance to monoculturalism, which was dominated by the New Order political era. And third, multicultural education can also be believed as a benchmark for someone in responding to various kinds of critical theories with a global perspective. In this discourse that has been explained, multicultural education has an important role in effort to build education in Indonesia by instilling a multicultural spirit in each institution, education, as well as in every school or madrasah in Indonesia, which is aimed at building a high sense of tolerance as one another human, even though they are have different in character, race, religion, or even different tribe. Then, implementation of multicultural education. Meanwhile, multicultural implementation in the field of education is a learning develop process in school and on education. But implementation multicultural is not only in school, but but this implementation multicultural education can be applied in everyday life. The foundation of monotheism is very important in religious values rationally and contextually that go hand in hand with science, knowledge, and technology. Implementation of multicultural education are first, respect other people's opinion, even if their opinion are not same as ours. Maybe me and you, we are have opinion by ourselves, but even that our opinion not same, we are can respect of another. And second, appreciate friends who have other religion with us. In Indonesia, there are many religion. There are many religion. For the example, uh, for the example, in the school on in madrasah, every student have religion by themselves. We cannot force others to share our beliefs, our religion, even though our religion different, our religion doctrine are different. We must value another. We must appreciate. We must respect other people, although their their value not same with us. And last, profit the opportunity to argue with friends of different race and ethnicities with us. Although different, we must provide the opportunity to argue As we know, difference makes beauty. Well, this brings me to end of my presentation. And enough from here. Thank you for listening. Just summaries. The main point of my talk about multicultural education. Multicultural education is a process of learning activities that form critical awareness regarding ethnicity, ethnoculturalism, and ethno-religious in social life in a nation. This education emphasizes which social prejudice, fostering a sense of diversity, becomes a process toward a just and fair society purpose. There are discourses on multicultural education. The discourse regarding multicultural education and implementation of multicultural education. We just have time for a few questions. I'll be happy to answer any question you may have. Are there any question? Okay, if there is no any question, I will end up by resetting Hamdalah. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.